Time to wake up. We're still a show for now.
For now.
Here we go.
I'm going to do the whole show in this voice.
I hope that you don't.
I wish I had voice changers like on the go.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We need a fucking board so you can do that shit.
I know.
Or I can or whatever.
I'd do it.
I'm just going to...
I like being in control.
I'm just going to do nothing.
I like to be in control.
I'll just shut down in the last half of every single episode and fucking... I'll be fine.
Dave's just taking a nap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
That's okay.
whatever. Put me to sleep with travel stories.
I've been working on my I'm getting murdered scream.
It's really not bad.
It didn't
we should try putting it in a real life situation.
Then the note doesn't waver.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not very loud.
I'm glad that it's as loud as it is.
I can
and
do
not
it
louder.
directly into the microphone.
Nah.
Do you want that?
Nope.
You do. Okay, here we go.
I don't know where you got I wanted that.
That already peaked the microphone.
Did,
hard.
I see it.
Yeah.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I peaked early.
I peak every time I lay down with a girl. Very early.
Very early.
Yeah.
Whoops! I promise that fucking always happens.
Ooh, dude. So the last episode description was we talk about a late night visitor.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking people going, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, don't worry, it was nobody.
Do you know what that's from?
I was gonna say, is it Seinfeld?
Yes, the first ever Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So the first one that I did was Rick and Morty.
Rick and Mort.
The second, not the first ever, but it was an episode. The second one was the first ever Simpsons,
right?
Which your brother-in-law,
he got it,
got that right.
Yeah.
And this last one was Seinfeld, the first ever Seinfeld, the pilot.
I like these.
Yeah,
they're fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
I like to just guess.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I guess alone. I go, I wonder who's this.
Yeah, you'll text me.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got sick of doing the descriptions.
I know, dude. It's the worst.
I think most of it is I don't love listening to every second of our show anymore.
No, I don't like listening to a second of it.
Like when going on this little getaway vacation or over Tarrant, we listened to a couple of them, and I'll tell you what, that was a weird situation. Yeah. It wasn't weird for her. She was fine. Whatever. She's fucking laughing and whatever. But it's weird to hear yourself like on a car ride
and
with
someone
your wife.
else is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Super weird.
Yeah. I always when I was recording music, I always wanted to get people's real opinion of it. But the only person I ever did it with was my brother.
Yeah.
And it was still really weird to be like, hey, can I show you my thing?
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to not think that it's coming off as, hey, let me show you how good I am.
Check this out.
Yeah, this is me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only with my wife, I know it's not coming off like that.
Right.
But if I was in a car ride with somebody else and it just started playing, it'd be super weird.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that feels.
It
makes me feel all squirmy and hot.
Yeah, anyways.
Yep. You ever heard of the show? We talked a little bit about this maybe in person. I don't know if it was on the show. That Netflix show Love is Blind.
Oh, God. Taryn was watching that the other day when I walked in.
I finished it.
Wait, you watched all of it?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's one of those shows that I don't watch a lot, but I put shows on in the background.
Background noise.
Yeah. And so when I'm lifting at my house, I have something playing in the background.
Okay.
And that has just been an easy thing to just turn on, let it run.
Right.
Every now and again I can look up and make fun of somebody.
So it's entertaining in the way that you can make fun of it.
Right. It is quite possibly the worst show I have ever seen in my life.
See, that makes it worth it.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
And I finished it and I go, holy fuck, is this what dating is like?
No.
But why does everyone watch it like it is?
Well, I think they're just entertained. They're not looking at it like it's a real life slice. They can't
hope
see
not.
each other, right?
Well, that's just the first thing. So let me give you a quick rundown.
All right.
Okay.
This show is huge right now.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So it starts off, there's like X amount of women, X amount of men, and they go on blind dates, like blind. Like they can't see each other. They just have to sit and talk.
Yeah, they're in like different rooms.
It's
right?
almost
They're
like
blocked
speed
off.
dating without being able to see the person.
Right.
But then as the nights go on, they have to like pick a partner and like get engaged.
So they have to get engaged.
It's either to go forward, you either have to say you want to marry one of these people or you're off the show. So already fucking wild.
All right.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Night one, a guy is like, I found the girl. I'm in love.
God.
Like these people are saying like, I'm in love with you.
And they haven't even seen each other.
And they're just talking like, what's your favorite cocktail? It's like, really? This is how you're going to base this? I mean, they're saying things like, this person knows me better than my family members do.
Okay.
After like, talking for an hour or a couple of days.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So all of these people are what? Early 20s?
30s.
Really?
There's a couple of early, like mid 20s. It's the majority of it's like 27 to 35.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
it's
they're
like
just
sad.
desperate for something.
They picked the most pathetic loser guys.
Yeah.
And the like train wreck women I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so they're
just
damaged people, and they're
Yeah.
they're like susceptible to this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there's like a couple of normal people on there, but the situation just makes all their flaws shine so fucking loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and they're all just like constantly getting wasted. So they're doing like,
Really?
yeah, and like they're doing these interviews where like they're really talking about like how they feel and like these deep, dark, intimate moments, but they're like slurring their words and they're like looking 40,000 feet past the camera, like
Weird.
their hair's all disheveled. And I think I'm in love with Brad.
Wow.
I want to marry him. And they're like, hold my hair back.
So they get a bunch of emotionally damaged people,
Yeah.
let them get wasted.
And then commit to a life together.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then, so after they propose, they see each other for the first time.
Oh, they got to propose before they see each other?
Yes. And so then it turns into they propose, and if they say yes, they're allowed to see each other once to hug or whatever. And then they had to go back. And then once that first round one of the pod dating is done, the people who are engaged go on a vacation getaway together. But it's in the same resort as all the other people. So now you're surrounded by people. So you're essentially, now you're actually meeting someone for the first time.
Right.
But the TV people are making you fuck also and get drunk because they're like, you guys stay together.
Right.
You guys are going to be in the same room and now you can fuck. But the thing is, they're in the same resort as the other people. So you're with somebody that you're engaged to, but you're also with other people that you've been dating.
What the
You know
fuck?
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really uncomfortable. And so like that's some more that falls apart for some people there. And then they're like, okay, now you get to go home. Psych, you're going to live together in an apartment complex with the same people.
Whoa, I don't get this.
It's wild, dude. It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Was anyone like, will you marry me? And she's like, yes. And then they go to hug, and she's like, ugh.
Yes.
Never mind.
Dude,
Yeah?
one of the couples, the girl, like she was a smoke show.
Okay.
But she's like the oldest one there. She's like 35, 34, something like that. And the more you watch her, the more you realize she's like a train wreck alcoholic fucking I'm sure I'm judging a little bit on this,
Right.
but like the situation probably made all of her, and like the editing of the show made
Of
her
course,
seem that
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But the guy she gets with is 24.
Whoa.
And not her type. Like, I would say she would say not attractive, And now they're getting married.
But they connected
It fit emotionally so well that she was like, I really think this guy might be my soulmate.
Yowza.
And then she sees him and she's like, well, soulmate's not that important, I guess.
So what do they do there? She breaks off the engagement?
No, it just turns into, so this girl also connected with another guy
Oh my God.
who's really attractive. And so the whole time she's just like pretty much hitting on the other guy in front of him. And then one night she's all wasted and she's like, what's the fucking Brett or something? And she's like, Brett's really hot and sexy. She says that to the guy she's engaged to.
Ooh.
And this kid is like, fuck. This is so uncomfortable, and I hate it, and it's just the weirdest show.
Well, you know what?
And so fake.
It's also your fucking fault.
I know.
Don't sign up for that shit.
I know. Yeah, and it's my fault for watching it. But God, it's a train wreck, dude. Holy fuck. And like, here's the reason why I bring it up.
All right.
People on these shows and in real life, everyone says this one thing. Not everybody, but a lot of people say this thing. And it really fucking bugs me because it's cheesy. Yeah. And they think that they're the only ones that are saying it. Yeah. And it's all personal. Everyone goes, they're my person.
They're my person.
Have you heard people say this?
Yeah, I have.
You're my person.
Yeah.
This is my person. I fucking hate that. It's the cheesiest, most overused, fake bullshit.
Right.
And it all came from Grey's Anatomy, I think.
Maybe.
I think it started there, and everyone's like, "I like that." I say that now.
That show is pretty influential.
Yeah, like everyone's just like, "That's my thing."
Yeah,
I say it.
You're my person.
You're my person.
I think I remember that now because I fucking love that show.
Yeah, right. I used to like it too.
It's like my guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
I watched 3 episodes of it last night.
Really? Good Lord, I'm not that deep into it.
I'm almost caught up.
God, it's still going?
Yeah, season 16 right now.
Holy shit.
Dude, I don't even know. I'm such a fucking chooch, but I love that show.
I like Meredith.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She's a badass now.
I believe it.
She's not, obviously she's not an intern anymore. She's like highly successful badass surgeon now.
Really?
She's,
good for her.
She's a 50-year-old woman.
Good for this fucking
character
fake person.
Yeah, dude, I love that show.
Yeah. But everybody literally every couple on the show is like, Cameron's my person.
Yeah. So like someone they haven't even met.
Right.
Haven't even seen each other. And it sucks that you got to see them.
I know, you got to see.
You got to see. I get it. Like, get the emotional connection. That's great.
Uh-huh.
But you're missing half the story.
Yeah.
If you want to say 25% of the story, fine.
If you're not attracted to someone, it's not going to work.
Right. You can't read a book with 3 chapters missing.
Right. I mean, and like, so it turns into like couple of the couples, they get all the way to the aisle and they still like haven't gotten
to the aisle?
Yeah, they haven't gotten physical together.
What's the aisle?
Like walking down the aisle.
Shut the fuck up. So they get married on the show too?
Yeah. It gets all the way to, that's the whole thing. It's a social experiment run by Nick.
Oh my God.
Hey,
it's not even a show.
Run by Nick Lachey and his wife, Vanessa Lachey.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Netflix has allowed this show that has taken all these other shows, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, all that shit, and they've made it even more intense and worse. They've taken the bad stuff from those shows
dude.
and magnified them into this monster shitty show.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
It's like the pinnacle of garbage.
Wow.
That's why you got to watch it.
Oh my God.
But the amount of times I heard, they're my person.
They're my person.
It's like I want to strangle you until your eyes fall out of your head every time I hear that. If I was dating a girl and she said, "You're my person," I'd dump her on the spot instantly.
Really?
Yeah, even if I was head over heels in love, I go, "I can't make a feature with you." You're my person.
Yeah. Just say
I love you.
I love you.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I really care about you. You're great.
Yeah, you're great. I love being around you.
Here, let me tell you some specific things about you that I love.
Yeah.
Rather than, I watched this show one time and she said a thing that was cool. Are you a bad person?
Yeah, that is pretty lame.
I fucking hate it. Yeah. I hate it so much. Oh my God.
Well, I am not going to watch that.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to fucking just dive into a deep hole of hatred, I suggest you not.
Taryn watches not so much. I don't know. There's a long story with how this season sucks or whatever, but The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
Pete the pilot
be in the room. What?
That's one of the guys on The Bachelor.
So I'll like come in the room and she's watching it, and I will sit and watch a few minutes. It enrages me. I have to leave.
Yeah.
It's either like shut this off and we can watch something together, or I'm going to do something else.
Probably kill myself.
It's fucking wild, and I know a lot of it is the way they edit it. They make The Bachelor specifically. They make those girls look so fucking stupid,
right?
And I'm sure they're young. They don't even know themselves yet.
Yep.
you know?
And also, they sign up for the show knowing it's a show, so they want to play into the TV aspect of what they're supposed to be on the show.
Right.
It's like it's all so manufactured and fake. I'm sure it's not like they sign a contract and they're like, you're going to be the ditzy one. You're going to be the smart one.
Yeah.
It's just like they go into it. I got casted for the show.
Yeah.
I want as much airtime as I can get.
Right.
I'm going to play this character.
Yeah.
And I just want to make it clear. This show that I'm talking about, the only one that I've watched, because I haven't seen The Bachelor or anything like that, the guys are just as bad, if not worse, than the women.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying Bachelor because that's current. The Bachelorette, it's the other way. The guys are fucking morons.
Like, these guys are just fucking unbelievable. I look at them and I go, I could never be friends with you.
Right.
I could never sit down and talk to you.
No.
Like, you seem like you have nothing of value to bring to the table.
Right.
So please get married and go away.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is these people are going to get together. It probably won't last.
Yeah.
The probability of that lasting is very low.
Astronomically low.
But best case scenario, it works, and then they procreate. And then we have even more dumb people.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Uh-huh.
Let's stop making dumb people.
Yep.
I'm guilty. So I watched The Quiet Place finally. Hadn't seen it.
You hadn't seen it?
No. I watched it for the first time.
Did you like it?
Nope.
Really?
Hated it.
Why?
So, okay, I want to start with this. John Krasinski is a director.
Yep.
A lot of potential. That is cool. It's a cool premise. I found myself getting really frustrated at the mistakes. Like, he was a very calculated. They figured everything out, the sign language, all this stuff. Why? And I don't give a fuck about spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, it's on you.
The second one's coming out soon. So.
Yeah. Why the fuck is the 4-year-old in the back of the line? Why is he in the back of the line?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck are you doing? In no way possible would I ever let that happen.
Right.
Ever. One of the parents needs to be in the front. One of the parents needs to be in the back. That's just how it is.
I never even thought of that.
I was enraged right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
What if it, like, in their world, like, they were doing that, but the kids were taking a really long time, so they're like, fuck it, I'm just sick of these kids.
Well, it's right after he takes the rocket away, takes the batteries out, and says no, and then walks out.
Yeah.
Then just leaves.
He's pissed. He's like, this fucking kid doesn't get it.
Yeah, but then the kid grabs the rocket, grabs the batteries, and then he's in the back of the line.
Yeah. No one's watching him.
Dude, I was furious.
Yeah.
It just pissed me off right off the bat. And then, okay, why are you taking a walk when she's that pregnant? Okay, I see the scene where you showed the due date and it was like a couple weeks out. I get it. But she can pop at any moment.
Yeah.
And you're just leaving?
Yeah.
You're just leaving? Yep, let's take my other son on a super dangerous trip.
Wasn't there a point to that trip? Like, they were trying to teach him how to hunt?
They had to go get the fish.
Yeah.
They have traps set up. I get it. You got to go get the stuff.
Right.
But, man, you got to prepare better. I mean, you got the rockets set up. You got all this shit set up. You know she's going to pop.
Yeah.
Why aren't you there?
Yeah. See, I didn't think of these things.
Yeah. When they're in the thing and they fall down in the corn. Corn isn't quicksand. Corn is not quicksand. You're not going to keep on sinking through. And then all of a sudden, when the fucking monster breaks through and they're under the door, they're not sinking. 2 seconds ago, you were sinking into the corn. And now all of a sudden, you're just laying on top of it and you're fine?
We got Stanley Kaufman in the room here,
Dude,
ladies and gentlemen.
I was so frustrated with the holes, man.
I didn't even...
And then the fucking... So you have the light bulb system. You turn it red when you know something's wrong and you go, all right? So you can't find your kids. You go in, you're staring at the cameras and all that shit or whatever the hell you're doing. Why not turn the light bulbs back to yellow so they know that you're coming? They're up there going, I don't know, is he okay? Da-da-da. Turn them yellow so they know you're fine and you can go get them. They're at the spot that they're told to go to at the corn fucking tower.
I don't remember all these details, but boy, I can tell you're passionate about it. Yeah,
I was pretty irritated with that movie.
All right.
Yeah.
So you watched it at home.
I watched it at the house. Yeah.
In a controlled setting.
Yeah.
See, I think part of it was it was really easy to get lost in the story and not pay attention to those things because I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
And like, I think that was like supposed to be part of like the experience of the movie was like. The theater was fucking silent.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where I felt uncomfortable eating the popcorn that I got because it was like echoing so loudly in the fucking room.
I bet.
Yeah.
Again, premise really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
They're making a second one.
I know. Comes out on my birthday.
Yeah. We both have birthdays coming up soon.
We do. What's yours?
18th.
Yeah, mine's 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I had no expectations. It wasn't something I was going to rush to see or anything like that. I just popped it on. We needed something to watch. Taryn had seen it. She's like, I really like it. I think you'll like it too. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too is when I watch movies like that. Like, what was that Sandra Bullock one that came out on
Gravity?
Netflix?
No. Oh, I didn't see that.
Bird Box or something like that. I really struggle watching movies where kids are in like peril.
Yeah.
Or like danger like that. Or like a show like that where you know that there's parents and they have to like protect their children. I struggle with that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I guess the fact that he had the kid behind him, and she too, the mom and dad, that the kid was behind. Even before I knew what was happening.
You put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, I'm like, why is he behind them? Why is he last? Why is he last? This doesn't make sense. And then all of a sudden he's gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so that's the defining thing of the movie.
Yeah.
That's going to affect the characters for the rest of this 2 hours.
Right.
When it was avoidable.
Yeah.
It was avoidable. You don't just take the batteries away and put them down. You're so calculated. You're working all these things. You have a whole system set up to be quiet. You know that. A 4-year-old finds a rocket. He's going to want that. You don't just take it away and then put it next to you.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then just walk out.
Right.
It didn't match up with how calculated they were trying to make them seem. I'm still going. We need to stop this. It's
I want to challenge you a little bit in not a angry way. I don't want to turn this into an argument.
Right.
But we do talk a lot about take it for what it is. Do you think that you have a hard time taking it for what it is when there is kids involved because you feel that maternal instinct?
So I have a hard time with holes like
Paternal,
that in any movie.
Yeah.
I do. I guess it is amplified when there's kids involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think of any of those things.
Right.
I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what the story was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just completely with a movie like that, especially in a theater, it's so easy for me to get lost in a movie in a theater and forget to be critical. That's why I could never be like a fucking movie critic.
Right.
Could never do it.
I get it because the movie has a cool look and feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept on watching because there are some pros to the movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what John Krasinski does going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what movie I watched this weekend?
What's that?
Or I started to watch. God, I suck at finishing things. The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm in love with this movie.
I've never seen that.
I hadn't either.
Yeah.
Is
that Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Dude, I was doing that all last week or all Monday with Ben.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
He's 30 in this movie. He looks like a child.
Yeah, he's got like the bowl cut.
Yeah,
he's
and
Goodwill
his
Hunting.
body
Matt Damon.
is like fucking this thin.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. What is it about? I can't remember.
I had no idea going in.
Because I've heard of the movie.
It's like, so you know how Netflix will say like these movies are critically acclaimed.
Right.
That was like number one. I go, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
It's in the same time period of a lot of movies that I like, like 90s.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So I go, fuck it, I'll check it out. It's about a guy, I don't know, it's got to be 60s, maybe 50s, breakout of jazz.
Oh, okay.
It's about a guy, Matt Damon. He gets contracted. So he's like a piano player, and he's playing this like ritzy gig.
Okay.
And this guy comes up and like really takes to him. And very like within 5 minutes, you see that Matt Damon's a piano player. He gets taken in by this older guy as like a, you know, I'm your mentor.
Right.
And the older guy goes, my son is in Italy or Rome or something. And he goes, I want you to go over there and see.
Rome is in Italy.
Okay. Yeah. I want you to see if you can go over there and get him to come back. Because he's over there, he's spending all my money.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
Right.
They both graduated from Princeton. This guy was actually in his class. Like, they have a weird tie.
Right.
And so the guy pays Matt Damon to go overseas and try and convince his son to come home. And then Matt Damon becomes friends with him.
All right.
And it just turns into this, like, beautiful life of this fucking, the guy from Gattaca. Fuck, what's his name?
Gattaca?
Yeah. Fuck. I'm not going to be able to get further into this description until I can figure out what that guy's name is.
Ethan Hawke?
Yes.
I like Ethan Hawke.
So he's the son.
Oh, okay.
And
All
Gwyneth Paltrow's his, like, girlfriend.
Ah.
And so he, like, goes there and he starts to try to convince him to come back. But then, like, within a day, Ethan Hawke is so, like, magnetic and beautiful and fucking, like, he just becomes friends with him.
Right.
And he tells him everything. He fucking outs himself.
All right.
And so he becomes sort of like a double agent. Now the son and Matt Damon they're sending letters back, giving updates, fake updates.
All right.
Being, we're making progress. We'll get him back there soon. But he's really just spending that guy's dad's money, and they're gallivanting around Europe.
Sorry, it's not Ethan Hawke. Jude Law. is in Gattaca as well.
Yeah. Jude Law.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just gallivanting around Europe. It's
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
This couple is young and in love, and they've taken in Matt Damon, who's kind of a nerd.
Oh, okay.
And they're showing him things, and they're teaching him, and they're bringing him to jazz clubs, and like it's beautiful. And they're out in the scenery is incredible. The guy's rich, and it's in the 50s, so the stylization of it is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And then all of a sudden, like that, fucking Jude Law turns around and goes, "You need to go home."
Oh, Jesus.
And it turns into this dark fucking tale. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah,
You
right.
got to watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like 5 movies in one. It's unbelievable.
Jude Law's character's name is Dickie Greenleaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, it's really, really good. I can't suggest it enough. I was blown away. I was fucking I went from like having it on in the background to sitting down and being like, I am in love with this movie. This might be one of my favorite movies I've ever seen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. It's fucking crazy.
Wow.
It's so good. And I guess it was a book first. Now I want to read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching The Expanse.
Yeah, that's a great show. I
Yeah.
only watched the first couple of episodes because you know me, but
Yeah.
I was really digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the world, the universe.
Yeah.
That it's
There's like a poor people planet.
yeah, like Earth and Mars are like Russia and USA. Mm-hmm. And then there's like the colony like around like the Saturn asteroid belt or something like that.
They're like miners.
There's like 3 different stories going on, and there's one thing that's going to tie them all together. I've only seen the first like 3.
Yeah.
But it's a show I've been hearing about forever. And
Yeah,
I just,
we've
like,
talked
you
about
gotta
it
see
before.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was digging
I
it when I was watching.
I'm into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just like outer space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about Matt Damon.
Damon.
There's people here.
Do we gotta take a pause real quick?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in about 4 days.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
Hello,
We're back.
ladies and gentlemen.
You made it.
Took a little break. So we both watched a couple cool things.
Yep.
You were talking about Matt Damon a little bit.
Yeah.
And the whole Matt Damon.
You know why they did that?
Why?
So they ordered the dolls for everybody.
Yeah.
And when his doll came in, it was too close to the beginning of production, and it looked like that. And so they just cut all of the lines out and just had him just say, Matt Damon.
That's awesome.
Isn't that fucking hilarious? Yeah. They couldn't get a new one made in time. So they just had to run with it.
Every time. Because that happens a lot. That Matt Damon thing really stuck.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I think of Matt Damon, I think of that. And then I think of Ben Affleck. Because, story time, I got a Ben Affleck story.
Okay.
Have I ever told you this?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fenway?
So my buddy Rye wanted his bachelor party at Fenway. So we bought tickets to the baseball game. It was me, Rye, his brother, and my cousin. And we went, and we, of course, got wasted.
Yep.
And Ben Affleck was filming a movie at Fenway that night. And it was The Town.
The Town.
Of course, we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
But we found out later. Anyway, we were wasted. And this was back when you could stand up on a platform that connected the Budweiser like VIP section to like the elevators that brought you into the bleachers. Like you can't do that anymore. I don't think they let you stand up there
Because of you guys?
We may be a part of that, but we were up there like smoking weed.
Really?
We met these two
cool.
two guys from Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, and it was just crazy. And then we saw Ben Affleck, and we ruthlessly heckled him.
Yeah.
Ruthlessly.
You guys are mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ruined a movie.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Like yelling things like,
Do you...
"Hey Ben!" No, it was like, "Hey Matt! I mean Ben!"
Ugh.
Yeah.
Cringe.
And he can 100% hear us, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The rain was falling. Actually, the game got postponed. We had to leave. They kicked us out during the rain delay. Yeah.
Do you like look back at that and like, I can't believe we did that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just a story.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Ben Affleck's fine.
Oh yeah. Except for that huge phoenix tattoo on his back.
Yeah.
Things are rough.
And the alcohol problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were yelling shit like, "Looks like Armageddon out here, Ben." Shit like that, and telling him Geely was our favorite movie.
Oof.
And like, yeah, kept on like calling him Matt. It was brutal, man.
So, do you think he was like, "Can you guys just stop?"
A producer came over and told us to stop.
I mean, like him though, like all defeated. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Can you just not though?
Probably. Yeah.
Not being like, "Shut the fuck up,"
Yeah.
but being like,
Yeah.
"Can just like 10 minutes."
Oh, probably. Yeah. We were fucking assholes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
But it's a story that we have forever.
Yeah.
And yeah, the producer comes over, asks if we could kindly stop. They're almost done. They're just trying to do it. We didn't stop.
Ugh.
So they shut it down.
God.
They shut it down, and Ben Affleck had to walk through us to go back. He's clearly pissed. He's a large dude.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. He's taller than me.
Yeah.
He's probably 6'5".
Yeah.
Big dude. I did not know that.
Yeah.
When my buddy Ryan, all fucking wasted, goes over and sticks his hand out, and Ben Affleck fucking slaps his hand, like pretty angrily, gives him a high five.
Ugh.
And Ryan turns around, and I swear to God this happened. There was a group of girls that surrounded Ryan's hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they were all sucking each finger.
Oh my God! He touched my hand, because he was joking. He was like, "He touched my hand," and
Yeah.
then there were girls that were like, "Ah!"
They're like, "Let me suck your pointer finger."
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
It was
that is
super
very,
weird.
Very strange. Did you ever watch The Town?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it and be very critical of it.
Yeah, do it. It's fine. It wasn't perfect. Christ.
Yeah.
There's no kids involved, so I'm not passionate.
I was
Bro,
gonna say-
you are shaky, pal.
Me?
Are you all right?
Shaky?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. I'm worried about you.
Thank you. You know, it bothers me when people say things like that to me.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying it happens a lot.
Yeah.
People have said, "Wow, you're really shaky."
Yeah.
Or like, "Why are you eating it like that?"
Oh, well, that's weird.
Yeah. Or "Why are you drinking it like that?"
That's weird.
Happens to me more than you'd realize.
Mine came out of concern.
Yeah, right.
Not
Because I'm
judging.
on energy drink number 2.
Okay. All right.
But it happens to me a lot, and I like my teeth don't touch. Like I have a really weird bite, and so eating for me, I get a little self-conscious because I
Right.
have to eat some things in some weird ways.
Yeah.
And when people are looking at me and critiquing my eating patterns, I'm like, how fucking weird are you, dude?
Yeah, stop fucking staring at
watching
me.
me eat.
Right.
It bothers me a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how you eat or drink.
Yeah. Yeah. If you did, I'd yell at you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
It happens more than you'd realize.
Yeah. You're one of those,
I'm self-conscious.
you're the center of attention a lot.
In weird situations, though.
Right. But here, let's just say it, you're an attention magnet
Why is that?
because you kind of come off like you're in charge a lot.
I like that.
I'm not using that. I'm just saying. So when you have the focus on you as much as you do,
Right. So
even
easy.
even when you do shit like that, and I'm
Right.
not justifying it.
Yeah,
at all,
yeah. No, it makes sense.
But you talk to a lot of people in here,
yeah.
and sometimes when people don't have shit to say, they start
Yeah.
picking apart what they
Yeah,
can see.
right.
You know?
Yeah. That shit, yeah, it's weird. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind being the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it sometimes. I'll be honest.
Right.
But a lot of the times, what comes from it is like very weird things. You know, like, oh, I just did something weird. You know, like stop fucking it's just my body's natural functions. Like, I don't know. Harping on this is a weird thing.
I don't really experience that.
Yeah.
I'm always in my head about is someone thinking something? It's weird that people say it out loud.
And I'm already super self-conscious. You know what I mean? Like I've got like fucking body image issues, and I know that I fucking like eating weird and shit. Yeah. And when someone calls me out, it would be real easy for me to just like fucking deject real hard and hide. But my initial reaction is just like, stop fucking looking at me.
Yeah.
You know? I hate you. You're the reason I have the fucking problem in the first place. God.
Jeez, I didn't mean to trigger you, pal.
Woohoo! I'm sweating now.
Oh, my bad.
And I'm shaky too.
I know. I'm getting up. Fuck this.
I'm going to open the window soon.
Yeah, it is fucking hot, dude. Spring is here.
Spring has sprung, as they say.
Sprung. Getting pretty deep into March.
Rumspringa.
You like March? I like March.
There's a lot of March birthdays out there.
There sure is.
Like a lot.
My two.
Why does it seem like there's more in March than any other month?
I don't know. Maybe because it's our month and we notice it more.
Call in if you think there's a month that's heavier.
but my two like oldest friends, one, we share a birthday. He was born March 20th, the year before me, and then my other oldest friend was born 5 days before me.
Cool.
And then now you are 2 days before. The one who was born 5 days before me, his wife was born the 17th. It's just a weird, like...
My dad's the 8th today.
Yeah.
My brother is the 12th. My nephew is the end of the month. It's like the 28th or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm the 18th. Sean's the 15th. Weird. Zach Chafee is the 6th.
Whoa.
Like, there's so many people I know. I was friends with a guy that, when I lived in Portland... Mm-hmm. He was the same day as me. Like, it's just, there's a lot of birthdays in March.
Also, I don't know, born in March and you gravitate to each other. That's
I
weird.
know, yeah. I've always meant to look at what the 9 months before March is. You know? Figure out why. There's so many.
It's not that hard. It's June.
Is it June?
Yeah.
So, June. Beginning of summer.
I guess it's July.
Summer.
June, July.
So, people are fucking...
Beginning of summer...
Your parents are fucking dumping loads in each other in the beginning of summertime.
Oh, no.
Your fucking mom is blowing your dad, and instead of swallowing it, she's taking it right up her vagina. Yeah.
Lovely. So, conversation about spring turned into that.
Yeah, now you're thinking about your parents fucking and your dad's dick and all this shit.
Wow.
How weird is that?
What's that?
You can implant a thought and a visual into anyone's head just by saying something like that.
Yeah, like Inception wasn't that far-fetched.
No, it's not. I do it quite a bit.
You incept?
No, I say jarring things to people to make them uncomfortable.
So you don't like try to manipulate by slowly...
Oh, I do that too. That's a separate issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you do that to me.
Do you think that?
I don't like it.
What do you think I've done it to you?
I don't know.
I do it sometimes for sure.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's not calculated.
Right.
It just happens.
Right.
Just because I'm naturally kind of vindictive and weird.
Yeah.
But like I'll talk a lot about like I'll say a whole lot of like very graphic sexual stuff to people in conversation, knowing that they're picturing it.
That makes you happy.
It just makes me laugh, like knowing that they're uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
You do that like all the time?
No, not like to my parents.
You're like in line at the grocery store,
and I turn around and it's like, last night I got fucked in my ass real hard. A big wiener. And they're like, yeah, and I bend over a little bit, and I'm like, this one.
Oh shit.
No, it's fun though. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun for me because like, so sometimes we talked about this a little bit today. I'll say like some homoerotic stuff to people.
Yeah.
that I know aren't comfortable about homoerotic things, you know?
Yes.
For like lack of opening up and having an expansive mind and accepting people for who they are. I like to do it on purpose to those people.
You like it to play into it.
Yeah.
You like to...
Like if I know that you're like one of those people that like... You wouldn't outwardly say that you don't like gay people,
Right.
but you're not going to like...
Right.
Yeah. I like to do it to those people.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. Because they squirm and they look weird and... You seem uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I just...
What?
You're the type of guy that is clearly not gay to people who know you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
But if someone doesn't know you...
They think I'm gay.
They might think you're gay.
Oh, it's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't want to just say that.
You can say it. Dude, one time a guy, when I was traveling for work, told me, what did he fucking say? Oh, he said, you look like a guy that likes to suck dick. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, and I don't know if it was like my face
Except
or
you do it all weird because your teeth don't touch.
I know. Well, that's a good thing. I can't bite it. I've learned from experience. That's why it's a procedure I had done. Yeah. I've had that said to me. I get constant girl pant remarks.
Oh.
Yeah,
whatever.
all the time.
So it's just one of those, it's the small-minded people, though.
Yes.
Like most people who don't give a fuck.
Right. And so I value their opinion so little that I just
Right.
lean into it and I go,
fuck it.
I am gay. I like to suck dick all the time. One time I took so much cum on my face, I couldn't open my eyes for a week. And then I'm like, and in my head, I'm going, now they're picturing me with cum on my face and they hate it.
So who's the gay one now?
Yeah, right? Get my fucking cum-covered face out of your head.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, you have a sweatshirt with flowers on it right now.
I have countless short sleeve button ups that are just floral.
Right.
It could potentially just be dicks all over.
You are
it.
sometimes wearing Ariana Grande on your chest.
Yes, blaring Katy Perry in my car.
Yeah,
Like it does. I don't care.
Right.
I'm very comfortable in my sexuality where I can joke about it.
Androgynous.
I wouldn't go. Is that does that mean you have both things?
Yep.
I mean, I am that for sure. I've had both things in me.
No, it's funny because I've never really thought of it that way. I didn't, I don't like outwardly think about like, oh, I bet people think Sam is gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is funny to kind of, you brought it up, making people uncomfortable and now putting the dots together like, oh yeah, I bet those guys think Sam's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
Oh, who
it's
gives a fuck?
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Because,
even if you were, who gives a fuck?
Right. Because I love women. I want to fall in love.
What's
and
not to love?
I want to get married and have kids so badly.
Yeah.
But so it's so funny to me to think that there's like a group of people out there that are like, he might be gay.
Right.
That's funny to me.
Yeah.
It's the guy who writes all the jokes for the roasts.
Jeff Ross?
Hinchcliffe.
Oh, Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah.
People
yeah.
think he's gay.
Really?
Because
weird.
like he was on Your Mom's House and they're like, why do people think you're gay? And he goes, I don't know, probably the way that I talk, my face, my stature, the way that I walk, the things that I say, the fact that I have sex with men.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what other comedian does that? John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Talks about like how he's like, I probably should be gay.
Right.
Shit like that.
He also does the whole like, I look like I've been sitting in a room my entire life eating crackers
Yeah,
waiting
he's
to
like,
come out here.
I don't look like I used to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an audience right now.
Do we really?
Yeah, they were looking at us through the window.
Nice. Should I pull it out?
It's weird. It makes me immediately uncomfortable.
You see, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
This is what we were talking about
That's
earlier.
where we differ.
And you were like, there's no way. Like, oh, there's a way, baby.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah. And I'm sure they're like, why are they working right
Yeah.
now? And
They're
we're
like,
like,
what the hell are
yes,
they doing?
we are working. We're getting
Right.
paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
It's fine.
You're not.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just kidding. I'm not getting paid for that.
I was like, how are you? Is there part of our deal I didn't get a letter for or something?
Yeah.
So have you started watching High Fidelity?
No.
You should.
I'm going to now.
Yeah. Yeah. Zoe Kravitz, dude.
I love her.
Her character on that's fantastic.
I want to watch the movie.
You need to watch the
It's been
movie.
too long.
Oh, that reminds me. So I recently gave a record player to someone we both know.
Yep.
That person sent me a video of him listening to some records yesterday, and this is my favorite thing in the world.
Okay.
All it took was him putting on one record,
Yeah.
and he texts me and goes, I'm into it again.
Oh, nice.
I need to start buying records again.
Yeah.
It's weird how different of an experience listening to a record is compared to listening to it like an MP3.
Is it just like the process of, putting it on and with the needle?
Something about the process makes it feel bigger, makes you feel closer to it.
Okay.
It makes it feel like there's more meaning into it. Because like when you go on your phone, you just click a thing. You don't realize that a person spent time making this song.
Well, I guess it's all depends on how you.
Or I guess you don't realize it on the same. You don't get that same feeling as when you put a record on, because you have to do things to hear it. The same way that person had to do things to record it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
It's a really weird thing to explain. You got to try it.
Yeah.
So he sent me that stuff yesterday, and I got all like, I was like, I know I fucking love records. I went through and I counted all my records.
Really?
I went through and I looked at all the box sets that I have unopened, like entire discographies from bands unopened. And I'm looking at all my records, and I'm like, I'm so happy I have a thing like this. Because I don't know, it just...
Do you have... I don't know if I've asked you this before. Do you have them all alphabetical?
I used to. I need to do it again. I tried to separate them by genre at one point. And then over time, as I pulled and played and put back, now they're just a mess.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted to do yesterday as I was putting them all together. I go, I need to sit down and alphabetize all these.
So I know you're a collector, and you have a lot of old stuff that you don't open, and you like to get the box sets and old shit that like means something.
Yeah.
You like the rare. Mm-hmm. But say Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
Do you go seek out like that record so that you have it?
Yeah. So like a new artist that comes out with a record that I really am vibing with, and I'm jiving on it, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
And the purpose of those buys, those newer record buys, is that if I ever do have kids, I want to show them the stuff that I thought was the best of my time.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I get it.
Yeah.
Actually, Denzel's putting out a 7-inch for Record Store Day, that Bulls on Parade cover that he did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's coming out on... I might buy that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fuck
I went through the whole list, and I screenshotted everything I wanted.
Right. I feel like if I were to get into records, they left.
Cool.
I would... it'd be just another black hole. Like, dude, I get weird when I start collecting.
Uh-huh.
And it becomes all I can think about.
Yeah.
I'm obsessive.
Yeah.
I got really into collecting the Walking Dead comics.
Right.
And I like the Walking Dead story. I've fallen off on the show.
Yeah.
But I also look at stuff like that as an investment.
Yeah.
I'm numbers oriented, or whatever. So I wanted to get as many Walking Dead comics as I could, and it became everything. Like I'm fucking ordering on eBay. I'm going to I'm going cross towns to find comic book stores and find whatever I can. I can. Give me more. Give me more. And I went deep. I have a lot of them. They're just sitting perfect condition.
Yeah.
I may get them graded someday.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just something.
So
They're just sitting there growing in value.
yeah, and at least at the very least, not going down in value.
Yes, right.
So I had this thought yesterday of like how much money I've spent on these records.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
So I have about 350 records, which isn't that many compared to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was expecting a higher number. Still a lot,
right?
But I was expecting higher.
And some of those records I spent $70 on. A majority of those records I've spent between $20 or like $18 to $45.
Yep.
That's the average price.
Yeah.
And then there's box sets that I have that I've spent hundreds of dollars on.
Right.
But even if I just put a $10 value on every one of them, that's still $3,500 I've spent on records.
Yeah.
Just records.
Yeah.
And that's probably half the price that it actually is.
But it also is something like, it's not like you just spent it on a drink that you consume and now it's gone.
Right.
Like there is value in what you own.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're spending money, but the money didn't really go anywhere. You just turned the money into something else. And if it really came down to it, it may take some time, but it's like an account.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you even want to sell.
Right.
I'm just saying if it ever came down to it, you could.
If I found a collector, I could say you can have my collection for $3,500. They'd probably take it because it would be an insane value.
Right.
Because it's probably closer to if I were to value it piece by piece, it's probably closer to like $8,500.
Yeah. See, to me, my financial brain, that makes all the sense in the world to me.
Right.
Because it's just money that isn't liquid yet.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's records in there. There's one I'm thinking of. I have a Juliet Greco album that I bought on a whim. $7. I'd never heard of her. And I went home. I listened to it. Love it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite records that I have. Looked it up on Discogs not long ago. $80 record.
Woo-wee.
That's a come up.
That's a hell of a return right there.
Right.
If you ever decide
to do something.
And that's the thing. You'll look at it in 10 years, probably even more.
Yep.
That's what's cool about shit like that.
And like that Beatles stereo box that I have, I got it for fucking wildly cheap.
Right.
And they've only pressed one version of it, and they're never going to press it again.
Yep.
And it's unopened.
There you go.
Like,
that's great.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, that's the type of shit you leave to your kids,
Yeah.
and they come upon it, and either they love it, and
Right.
you've given them that,
Or I've given them some money. Help them out.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great. I also really got, and this is a little dorky, but you know those little mini mystery boxes?
I love this.
Yeah, with all like the comic book characters,
Yeah.
movie characters, all shit like that. I went down a black hole because I got a couple, and I can't remember what set it was. It doesn't really matter. I got a Doctor Strange, and I was like, I wonder if these things are worth anything, because there's like,
It'll say like 1 out of 15.
some of them are rare, and this one was really rare. I looked it up, and this thing that I paid $3 for was going on eBay for $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, there's worth in this.
Yeah.
So then I went down a black hole of getting every fucking box I could.
I
Now
still buy some every
Now
now
I have like almost $1,000 in value of
Right.
those fucking things.
Yeah.
There's a whole website. It's like their own eBay.
Yeah.
Where people trade back and forth those things for money, or sometimes things.
Right.
It's wild.
Whenever I go to Bull Moose, I always check and see if they're discounted.
Yeah.
And if they are, I'll get like 3.
Yeah. When I see them, I'll grab a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just fun.
They are.
Like I have Duffman, little Duffman.
That's
I
great.
love that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are great. Anytime you're in like Bull Moose, or sometimes even if you go to Walmart, there's like a bottom shelf where you can find a couple good ones.
Yep.
Yeah. I've
Or
got
like
a
Newberry
few that
Comics.
I've got a handful that are over $100, man. It's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
It's cool.
Yeah. Collecting, man. I go deep.
Yeah.
I actually have to like hold myself back. Because even like Blu-rays, when those first came out, I just wanted every Blu-ray I could find. I wanted a complete set.
library.
Yeah.
I mean,
Glad I didn't go too far with that.
dude, I do the same thing, and a perfect example of it is the music gear I have.
Yeah.
I have 3 guitar heads.
Yeah.
One of them, I haven't even used it. I bought it brand new. I never even touched it.
Right.
I have a couple of cabs. I have a bunch of pedals for a pedal board I've never used. I have a rack full of gear I've never used.
Yeah.
And then like on top of that, I have 10 guitars, 2 of which I play.
You have 10 guitars?
Yeah, easy.
Holy
And I
shit.
gave one away.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
Yeah. So I collect as well.
Yeah.
The majority of it is music based, but I do the same thing. When something bites me, it bites me hard and right in my asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see myself, if I can ever get comfortable, like a book collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother has a wild book
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah, I'd like look for like first editions. And
Yeah.
I would go crazy over that shit.
How funny. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's one of those things I can see myself going
Yeah.
a little crazy about.
Yeah. My fuck. I can't remember. Neil Brennan has a joke about how he feels bad for Mark Twain enthusiasts. Because he's like, I want to imagine going to the bookstore and being like, do you have Huck Finn? The one with the N-word in it.
That's funny.
Which is pretty great.
Neil Brennan's a dick.
I know.
He's so funny. He's a very
So
talented
funny.
comedian, very talented writer. He's just kind of a jerk.
Hey, so is Jerry Seinfeld.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually, that's weird. They are kind of similar, aren't
Yeah.
they? Neil Brennan's like a dirty Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their opinion is like the opinion.
That's just it.
Yeah.
I had to stop listening to his podcast.
Me too. It's so opinionated. I'm
Yeah.
looking for more funny than I am.
Yeah,
opinion.
right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
That's our show for the day.
this one's in the vault.
Yeah.
We don't know when this one will come out.
It might get released after we die.
Possibly.
Who knows?
Yeah, or after the show is
Who
canceled.
blows? Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
If in the year 2075 when this comes out and Apple Podcast is still a thing, rate, share, like.
Join Off the Charts trading.
All right. Catch you next time.
Later.
Chooch.